Hello everybody, and welcome to the Blue Minds Think Alike podcast, where today, in this very, very, very special episode, we will be discussing all things Critical Role, as evidenced by my hoodie, and...
What are you doing in my house?
Then I tell you, we're doing the Critical Role review together.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, let's do this. Yeah, I'm in England now, motherfuckers.
Yay!
Yeah, I'm here now. So yeah, we're obviously recording a bunch of crap in person, including, it's a few weeks late, but we wanted to wait until this to do it.
Yep.
Our Critical Role review up to episode 40, I believe. Is it 40, I believe?
Yes.
Of Campaign 3.
Yes, 40.
Lots of stuff has happened. Oh boy. So yeah, as the Yasmin, as Mother Hen would say, don't tell her I said that.
She's gonna kill you.
She already is. Spoiler stamp this bitch. It'll be something involving the word spoilers will be somewhere on this screen. I don't know where. I'll figure it out when I edit it later. But where do we start, buddy?
Well, what was the last one we did?
I don't even remember what the last one we did. I think it was after...
Was it up to like 20?
Something like that. Episode unknown because we can't find the right video. A lot of stuff has happened since. We're probably going to discuss pretty much everything that's happening right now. All the fun stuff that's happened in recent episodes has been post our last episode. I know that at least.
Yeah.
Oh boy. I'm here rapping with the Gilmore's Glorious Goods hoodie.
I'm Spider-Man.
Yeah, Lou has failed to represent the show.
Yep. Whoops.
It's okay, buddy. There's hope for you yet.
I'm bad.
You're not bad, just misunderstood.
Okay, well, that's that.
Not evil, just misunderstood. Anyway. Let's see if I can complete this episode before I overheat.
Lady Briarwood's back.
Sort of, yeah. Is that where we're starting? Yeah. Okay, start off with where we ended kind of on the title of the last episode, which was all the theories about what the hell Laudna was. We kind of know most of that now. He was hung from the Sun Tree.
As Vex.
She was the Vex double who was hung from the Sun Tree. Since then, yeah, a bunch of stuff has all gone through.
It kind of makes it different now watching The Legend of Vox Machina because you're just like, that's
It
Laudna.
does! Because, like, that's Laudna! Hi, Laudna!
You're about to die. Bye!
See you in 30 years.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's so interesting because, like, because one thing that, because in I think it was the first four-sided dive episode they did was after episode 18, which was, like, episode 17 was when Laudna had that whole talk with Orym.
Yeah, because didn't she say something like, there's someone called D in my head?
She said something called D, and that caused the rest of the party to think it was Delilah, because they knew she was from Whitestone. And then her and Caleb started talking about Laudna's past, and it was revealed that she was one of the people that was hung from the Sun Tree. And now that's
when that got revealed, holy
that
hell.
was not what we thought was. But, like, it's interesting because Matt and Marisha were both guests on I believe they were both. I know Matt was, at least. The first episode, Four-Sided Dive, was after episode 18.
Yes.
And one of the things Matt talked about was kind of both with, like, Orym having connections to Keyleth and the Ashari, and, Laudna being from Whitestone and her patron being Delilah Briarwood.
Yeah.
It was so interesting to hear Matt talk about how, like, these are interesting concepts that, like, we want to work with, but we also don't want them to be too heavily dependent on a previously told tale. We want them to be able to be their own thing.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? And I feel like Laudna's story hasn't ended yet.
I really don't think it has.
I feel like Laudna's story hasn't ended yet because, like...
I mean...
What her further story would be, I'm not sure. Because, obviously, we're assuming you've seen everything.
So, yeah.
Cause, like,
you know she
died.
died.
She got killed.
Like, killed.
And then, in order to bring her back, they went to Whitestone with the aid of Keyleth, Percy, Vex, and Pike. Yep.
And their children.
And Percy
and Vex's kids.
We never saw Vesper. We haven't seen Cassandra. We saw Gwendolyn, who is their, I'm assuming, adopted tiefling daughter.
Must be adopted. I mean...
If they're not adopted, then someone's got some stories to tell.
Yeah. Percy, what have you been doing?
Yeah. Did Percy invoke the third pact? No, God damn it. But yeah, and so then they basically had to enter, like, Delilah's afterlife death world.
Yeah.
That's the part he did.
That was weird.
Yeah. Where it was like this weird, evil, twisted version of Whitestone, like what Briarwood Whitestone is the current Whitestone. This weird Whitestone is the that.
But it was going through her stages of life.
It was going through stages of life as...
Was she, like, 3 or 4?
Like, it was showing her stages of, like, how she... even before she died, she'd always been, like, shunted by lots of society.
Plus, it was revealed that she's not called Laudna.
Yeah, wasn't Laudna... I think Laudna was her mother's name, if I'm remembering correctly. Her real name was, like...
Matilda.
Matilda, yes, Matilda. And then... I can't remember where I heard it, or if it's true, but I remember her mom being maybe called Laudna. That's how she got the name. I don't know.
That might actually be in the program. I think.
Maybe.
But yeah, that was
But yeah.
the way it's all meshed.
They did it very well.
Crazy.
But it didn't feel like a satisfying conclusion to that storyline, though. You know? Which isn't to say it was bad, it's just... I don't think Laudna's story is over yet. Like, her personal story.
I think Delilah's still in there, brewing.
Probably, like...
I don't think Pike got rid of her.
I don't think they did either, because...
That was way too easy.
Delilah Briarwood is one thing above all else. Crafty and cunning.
Exactly.
And she was like, maybe I can kill these... Because here's the thing. Had the Bell's house not gone for the tree, they would have died. They would have died. Because if I remember correctly, they were getting their asses kicked by Delilah, more or less. Because didn't Ashton go down like before he had a turn, or like within like a couple rounds, the biggest hitter goes down.
Didn't Orm go down?
I think so. Yeah.
Because he ended up back in Pike's place.
That's true, yeah. And that's even another thing, because it's not necessarily the fact that they go down; it's that they can't be brought back up because the way the ritual works, they're not physically or even really mentally there.
They're in a dream state.
It's like their spirit sort of is there. Their subconscious. And the moment that spirit is killed,
yeah.
I would guess it would be something similar to the astral projection spell. Which, if you know the way it works, it's a 9th level spell. What it does, your body, your spirit is separated from your physical form, and your spirit travels to the astral plane.
Yeah.
Your spirit can still do stuff, but if your spirit is destroyed, like if your spirit goes to 0 hit points, you don't die, you just return to your body instantly. So I have a feeling it was, and given that Pike is a high level spellcaster, it was probably something similar to that, where they astral projected themselves into Laudna's dream afterlife.
Yes.
And so when they were downed, rather than being dying and being able to be brought back, they just instantly boop back to the body. so they can't be brought back. So the instant someone's down, they're out of this fight.
Yeah.
Which is why, and so the moment, like, one person goes down, everyone else has picked up the slack. Another person goes down, that's that much more slack.
Yeah.
And then they were able to figure out the thing by damaging the weird sun tree prison that had Law and the Soul trapped in it. That
they were
hurt.
burning it, weren't they?
They ended up burning it, which hurt Delilah, which was good. But back to what I was saying before. There was a whole... I think Ashley was the one who came up with the thing of, you might kick our ass, probably will kick our ass, but we're still going to try to save our friends, you know?
Yeah.
Delilah probably knows, like, yeah, I can probably kick these people's asses. But on the off chance they somehow defeat me, I'm going to have a backup plan. So I have a feeling...
I feel like it's the Horcruxes in Harry Potter.
Something like that, or a similar thing to what she did in Campaign 1 with her clone body, which was... Because when she was killed in Whitestone, she had a clone body set up. Yeah, Matt had said that in one of the Talks Machina episodes. So she had I do believe that she doesn't have a body, like a physical body right now. Otherwise, why would she need Laudna? And besides, she also said...
Yeah, because I think she was trying to get Laudna to bring her back.
Because...
She was trying to take over Laudna's body.
Because there was the whole thing of, yes, I don't necessarily need your friend. There are other ways for me to get what I want. However, being in your friend's body tied to her soul is the easiest way for me to get what I want.
Yeah.
And so she's going to try to see that through to the end. Obviously, it failed because she was defeated, Laudna was brought back, and... As far as... And Delilah hasn't shown herself since yet.
No, she hasn't.
Which could mean, okay, these people are onto me.
Yeah.
I wasn't able to defeat them at that time. Anything I try now, they'll be onto me, knowing I'm still tied to this person. Mm-hmm. I'm going to try to do one of the long form ones where I'm subtle, hidden under the things.
Yeah.
Like, how do you think she was able to, after half failing, half succeeding in Whitestone, she succeeded in the ritual, but she and her husband were killed. Yeah. And then it turns out she was like over in Wildmount. Actually, she was working sort of incognito without really letting anyone know what she was doing, continuing Vecna's work. Yeah. It's a similar thing here, where her spirit or whatever's left of it is out there somewhere. I bet, probably still connected to Laudna in some way. I imagine the connection's been hurt a bit, but probably not severed.
Yes.
You would probably need some very powerful ritual to actually sever that connection.
Yeah, and I don't think Pike can do it.
Well, maybe Pike... I don't think Pike would be able to do it alone.
No. She'll need more than one cleric, I think. Don't even think about it.
What?
Jester.
And Caduceus.
Well, yeah. Even though Caduceus has, like, disappeared.
Yeah, we're not even sure where Caduceus is at this point. He wasn't in...
The Mighty Nine reunion.
Yeah, where it's just...
Weird.
Sad. But, yeah, so... Farn and Orm also died.
Oh, yeah!
That's how they died. That was such an interesting...
Dude,
like,
that was a fucking massacre. When I was messaging you, going...
No. You want to know why?
Holy shit, Matt is just, like, off the rails right now.
You want to know why that was a massacre? Here's the thing. A fighter at level 20 gets 4 attacks every time they take the attack action. Mm-hmm. They also have action surge, so that's potentially 8 attacks per turn. Mm-hmm. She was clearly an Echo Knight. No doubt about that. I'm pretty sure Matt literally said Echo. Mm. Echo Knights have an ability where... At level 3, they get this ability, where a number of times equal to your Constitution modifier per long rest, maybe take the attack action, your Echo can make an additional attack for free at no cost, extra cost. Yeah. So that's 5 attacks per attack action. Mm-hmm. So times 2, 10 attacks per round. Base. Add on any other bonuses or things that she has from other magical items or special abilities Matt has given her to be a more challenging NPC, plus magical weapon damage. She's gonna wreck shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's why it was.
It was still a freaking massacre. I was like, holy! I was messaging you.
Like it was 7.
Like,
it was 7 against 1.
Catch
which is
up.
It was 7 against 1, which is the only reason why they were able to. Because like eventually, after a while, she started to show some wear and tear. That's only because there were 7 people she was fighting.
Yeah.
But she's a high-level Echo Knight, which means she's gonna do just as much damage back to them.
Yeah.
We're talking about Odahan, by the way. Sorry, I haven't said who.
Oh, Thul. Yeah.
Yeah, Odahan Thul. Someone who's somehow connected to, excuse me, all the. Who just got? Oh. Remind me to tell you about my Ruidus theory in a second. But.
I think I already know it, don't I?
Maybe, but they don't.
Well, yeah, true.
True. And a thing I was thinking of, because like, yeah, it was a total massacre.
Yeah, because I was messaging you, going, Wade, hurry up.
Yes, you were.
Hurry up and catch up.
You very.
I need to talk.
You very much were. Yeah, you really were.
I was like, please catch up. Please watch it.
Pretty much, yeah. But I'm pretty sure I know I've told you this, but I've not told them. I don't think so. I'm gonna say it here. My theory about Ruidus. So you've seen Ruidus in the sky. We know that Ruidus isn't a moon. It might be a moon, but it's something with it's a celestial body that has more to it than.
It's got a mesh around it.
It's got a divine gate around it.
Yeah.
Which, whatever that could, the implications of that could mean. My theory is this. We have all the Ruidus normally does not appear in the Feywild. However, Cathra does appear in the Feywild, I believe, right?
Cathra does, yes.
Cathra, which is the actual no, as far as we're aware, because we can no longer trust anything. As far as we're aware, the actual normal moon.
Yeah, we
but
can't trust anything.
Ruidus has a city on it, and using the special telescope, the special lens, which
the Nightmare King,
the Nightmare King, the telescope the Nightmare King made, and the lens that Ashton fucking destroyed for some reason. I don't know why. God damn it, Ashton. Ow.
I don't know.
Well, they mended it, and it wasn't working anymore.
I wonder if he sensed something in it.
Because the Nightmare King, Orm and Imogen pointed it at Ruidus, and they saw the city. There was a city on Ruidus. Whether or not it is actively being lived in or it's ruins, we don't know. We just know there's a city on there. So at some point, past or present, people were living on Ruidus.
Question: are they trying to keep something out or something in?
That's where my theory comes in. I believe keeping something in, because here's my theory. In searching for Ruidus in the texts, in some of the oldest texts in Vasselheim, apparently there was that text that references those 2 long-forgotten deities during the founding that are not part of the pantheon. Ruidus has been seen in Exandria and briefly in the Feywild, but the Asili court has hidden it from view. But Birdie and Fern's dad. Sorry.
Ollie. Oh, was it Ollie?
I think it might have been Ollie. Birdie and Ollie, maybe.
Ollie, yeah.
Birdie and Ollie. Fern's mom and dad.
Yeah.
It was like Fern's mom and dad, or was that weird goblin dude? Like someone related that like Birdie and Ollie were dealing with saw Ruidus briefly in the sky of the Feywild, which up until that point had never been seen before, and the Asili court has been trying to cover that up. So my theory is this. I don't know if this has been expressly said in Exandrian lore, because Matt has kind of taken some liberties in changing certain things from official D&D lore and stuff.
Yeah.
This theory, of course, assumes that, at least for this part, Matt takes the official, like, Forgotten Realms lore and keeps it for Exandria. The Feywild, the Shadowfell, and the material plane are all kind of connected, and whereas they're all kind of the same plane, but the reflections of each other. So like you have the material plane, the Feywild is like the Fey reflection of it, and the Shadowfell is like the necrotic shadow reflection of the material. You know?
Yeah.
So most things that exist and occur in one plane, in one of those three, are also are in the other two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so my theory is this. My theory is this. We obviously know that Rudis at some capacity is in the Feywild. What we do is figure out a way, even if it's hidden, to figure out, okay, yeah, Rudis is hidden. Let's look at it in the sky of the Feywild. Okay, we know this is a shortcut way to see the sky.
Yeah.
Go to the Shadowfell. Do the same thing. If Rudis is not there, then this proves my theory.
Okay.
If Rudis is not there, then this proves my theory. My theory is that the Rudis in the material plane and the Rudis in the Feywild are not the same as celestial body. There are two missing gods. Each thing of Rudis has a divine gate surrounding it. I propose that Rudis has a divine gate surrounding it to keep the god trapped in there, in the sky of the material plane. In the Feywild, Rudis is still there as well with the divine gate trapped around it. But it was hidden when it was the Feywild and the Rudis was hidden from view when the two Rudises were made, so that people would think that Rudis does not transfer over between Shadowfell and Feywild. Because if it did, and it was only in the Feywild, not Shadowfell, people would know something's up. Why is it in the Feywild but not the Shadowfell? So they made it seem like it's only in the material plane. Because people are obviously going to think, when it's so long ago and so much crap has happened, that they're not going to know Rudis never was there at some points.
Yeah.
So the theory is, those things are actually two separate prisons for the two forgotten deities. And my theory is that there's no Rudis in the Shadowfell, like hidden or otherwise.
Yeah.
So yeah.
My God.
Booyah.
Mind blown. Plus, we know Fern is Rudis born.
Fern is Rudis born. Imogen's pretty much Rudis born.
Yeah, Imogen's got some weird powers.
What's her face? Odahan Thor. She strikes me as the Delilah Briarwood type. Delilah Briarwood and or Odin from Campaign 2, like serving the Angel of Irons.
Yeah.
Yeah, where like she's just a devout follower of this thing, of like this force or entity, without really knowing much about it or what it is, you know?
Yeah.
Like, granted, they're cunning, they're smart, they're deadly, they don't act fanatical.
Yeah.
But it strikes me as the type of person who, A, is by no means the head of everything, and B, doesn't really know much, doesn't actually know much about deeply what is going on. They know what their role is and what they have to do, but where does my role fit in with the grand scheme? What is the grand scheme? I might know the truth about who I'm serving. I don't know what their actual plans are, though.
Yeah.
That's what Odahan strikes me as, so...
Possibly, yeah.
My guess, and this is just speculation, I have really no evidence, is that there actually is a city on Rudis.
Yeah.
Like a group of people living in it. Maybe it's not. Maybe like the city we saw is like ruins, but there's actual civilization, extra plane of civilization.
There
you know.
probably could be, because if there's a god on there,
yeah,
he's probably made a following, or she.
Well,
or them.
He or she has made a following, or maybe it could be that. It could be a cult following. Maybe it's not a cult following, or it could be like security guards. Like, hey, we are here to keep track of this. That way, if shit goes sideways, then we'll know about it.
Yeah.
Because I have a feels like whether or not the rest of the deities know about the existence of these two gods, we don't know yet. I would imagine. My guess is that they are probably not prime deities, because prime deities attract much more, like, Bahamut attracts much more attention in the Exandria than the Traveler. Both of them are immortal divine beings, but in terms of, like, power levels and strength, Bahamut will blow Traveler out of the water. And so, but for them to necessitate, like, with how impossible it would be for, I'm assuming, mortals, or at least not major prime gods, were the ones who created this divine gate thing, to create it, you would only do that if you needed it.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
And if it was serious.
Yes. So...
that's one big prison.
Yeah. Which makes me wonder, like, it does Ruidus actually quote-unquote exist? Because obviously we know there's illusion magic preventing the visibility of this divine gate from being seen, as well as the visibility of the city on Ruidus, So, like, is the entire Ruidus thing just an illusion? And is there something else out there? Because obviously something is there.
Well, clearly, yeah, definitely.
Something is there. We know there's some sort of city. Is there, like, an actual moon that was there, placed or otherwise? Or is it, like, a giant Death Star, maybe, for example?
So, it's like, are these people, like, Otahan... I think it is Otahan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are they trying to keep this thing in?
I'm not sure.
Release it.
That's my thinking, because... I'm not really sure, because, like, we know so little.
Yeah.
About...
I mean...
like, the connections between the gods and Ruidus and all of this. And about...
we know it's massive. Because of...
Because it's a fucking moon of existence. Yeah. It's Esteros. They killed everyone. They tried to kill Keyleth.
Yeah. And
failed. This poison which somehow prevents you from coming back.
Oh, yeah, so they couldn't revive Esteros
or anything. You can't revive Esteros. Well, they never tried to revive Esteros, but Oren was able to detect that the same poison that was used on his father and husband. Which, actually, did you catch the thing they did?
I think I did.
What was Orm's husband's name?
Will?
No. If I remember,
I thought it was Will.
No. If I remember correctly, I may have heard wrong. Derek.
I thought that was his dad.
Maybe. It might have been.
I think
but
his dad.
You know who Derek was, right?
I'm trying to remember now.
Dalen's Closet one shot. Orem played Derek. Derek. Sorry, Derek. Derek
Yes,
was the character. Derek was the character that Liam played in the Dalen's Closet one shot.
Derek is his dad.
Okay, yeah. So Derek is dead. I liked him. He was cool.
Holy crap.
Derek was cool. Because it's the same, like, there were so many callbacks, because, like, obviously they didn't really want to do anything in Campaign 2 because they had just finished Vox Machina. It made sense when they callbacks. But we fresh off the Mighty Nine, and with the release of Legend of Vox Machina, and then working on it, they're on the Vox Machina hype, and they want to pay homage to that and have fun with it.
Yeah, and Travis bringing back fucking Best from Hell at first.
So, did you hear, Travis was another guest on Four-Sided Dive, the first episode. Did you hear what Travis had said? Bertrand was designed to die in the search for Grog.
Yeah.
He was designed to be killed.
Yeah, in the search for Grog.
Yeah.
He wasn't.
He wasn't killed.
So he had to make sure he'd get his character killed.
Yeah, I have a feeling that like Matt and Travis knew and spoke, hey, Bertrand's gonna die,
Yeah, because it was weird seeing, not seeing Travis. Was it for the first few episodes?
No, Travis was there for the first few episodes. He was there, I believe, I want to say episode 5 is where Bertrand died.
And then he left for a bit, yeah.
He left for a few episodes until Chetney came in with the, weird wall. But yeah, because, like, yeah, I figured that Bertrand was gonna die because when it was just Bertrand and Dorian talking, Orm was gonna go for a walk alone at night, and Orm was like, or sorry, not Orm. I keep saying Orm. Bertrand was like, it's okay, I got this. I can go alone, you know. And the way they said it in the emphasis was like, yeah, they're never gonna see each other again, are they?
Yeah, exactly.
Bertrand's gonna get murdered.
You can tell.
Bertrand's gonna get murdered.
Yeah.
And I was right.
Yep.
And then, come four-sided dive. And then comes on this dude, like, you've got Laudna, who was raised by the Lord of Briarwood. You got Orem, who works for Keyleth. Mm-hmm. And then there's this asshole who tried to kill Santa.
Chutney.
Yeah, Chutney.
Chutney.
Yeah, Chutney tried to kill Santa, and then it has been said that they are not the same person.
I'm fucking saying they're related. I don't give a shit. They're related. Chutney, Chetney.
Nah.
They're both gnomes.
True.
They're related.
Yeah, but... Oh.
Ruidus is like affecting Chetney though, isn't it?
Ruidus is affecting Chetney, yeah, because they just went to the Gorgine.
Yeah.
Because Ruidus is like flaring up and doing a weird full moon thing.
Mm-hmm. So he needed to scratch his itch.
Scratch the itch. By itch, rip off his entire skin and try to kill everyone on the ship.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
What else have we missed? Oh!
What?
I just changed all you.
What?
I just buzzsaw you.
Oh yeah, that thing! FCG is a murder bot. No. I guess I'll just buzzsaw him.
Yeah.
Like, it's so weird because, like, we kind of knew that FCG, like, had some weird, like, I figured that FCG was kind of, like, glitching out a bit. I
just didn't.
Yeah,
think that was gonna happen.
Sam had said that, like, out of character, he kind of knew what was happening. But in character, he didn't, so I'm not sure what Sam knows out of character and what he doesn't know out of character. Mm-hmm. But like it wasn't really addressed. I figured, oh, okay, he's a robot having some circuitry issues, you know, and then he tried kind of like Dancer, and Dancer's like, don't ever speak to me again, and Matt is like saying you're like level 4 stress or something, and FCG just shuts down, and I'm like, what happened? There's about 2 straight minutes. I guess I'll just buzzsaw him.
Wait, didn't Chetney hit him?
Yeah, Chetney hit him over the head. Chetney hit him on the forehead, and then Chetney FCG buzzsawed Chetney, and then stabbed him with a spiritual weapon, chisel. Chisel. But yeah, so.
Oh my
God. It's been said a lot that, like, everyone, Vex is still pointing at me. We have there's a statue of Vex on the shelf here that has, like, the arrow drawn, and the arrow's pointing right at my forehead.
It's, like, right between the eyes.
Right, it's right between the eyes. I'm gonna die. And so, yeah, like, what have we seen? Like, Laudna might be a demigod. Sorry, not Laudna. Imogen might be.
Imogen, yes.
Imogen might be a demigod. We don't know.
She's something.
Oh, Imogen's mom.
Is alive.
Imogen's mom is alive. My theory is that, like, Imogen's mom is alive.
Hold on. Do you think she's on Ruidus as one of the gods?
I think my theory is that she's like on Ruidus. I don't know this or I don't know if Imogen's just straight up a demigod. But yeah.
I don't know, but she's got some fucking weird magic at the moment.
Yeah.
Especially summoning.
Something weird.
That red mist.
Red mist.
A fucking shadow or something.
Boom. She went boom. And I've looked into the Aberrant Soul Sorcerer. That's definitely not one of their abilities.
Damn.
Yeah.
I wonder what she is.
But Imogen's mom's alive. So we what backstories have been explored? We have Orem, who's the murder of the Ludus twins, and
yeah,
is connected to this Ludus thing because we know that Odahan was one of the people who came to assassinate Keyleth.
Yes.
Chetney is prime and center with the Gorgine, and him trying to control this lycanthropic curse/gift. It can be both.
Yeah. Can be.
Ashton and his memories with
Imogen and FCG got stuck in his head.
Yeah, Imogen and FCG got stuck in his head. I'm not sure still how the hell that happens.
That was strange.
Yeah. They tried to they were trying to basically, because with Ashton's fucked up memories, they were trying to basically force reconstruct them.
Mm-hmm.
From scratch.
Yeah.
And that caused them to possibly give Ashton brain damage as well as trap them in his brain.
That was...
Yeah.
That was strange.
That was strange. Yeah, Ashton... I have a feeling that there's something in Ashton's memories that is like, holy shit, this is a big ticket thing, you know?
Yeah.
That's my thinking. But yeah, Ashton is connected with the transport of this residuum and this dunamis energy through the Cerberus assembly with Whitestone and everything, and the smuggling of it.
Yeah.
Whatever the exact thing is, who knows? Which isn't connected to necessarily Ruidus, but is connected to the Paragon's Call, which Odahan was connected to, was the leader of.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ashton. FCG and being a murder bot. Fern now being marked for death by the Asili.
Which, he's got parts of the other robots,
Guys,
hasn't he?
I just need you to know, the one-eyed monster did destroy the pussy.
Yeah. Yep.
Anyway.
Also, what is it?
There were so many things.
Oh, there was something about... Those guys a buzzsaw destroyed something.
Oh, I can list all of them that they said.
Yeah.
My pussy has a buzzsaw.
Yeah,
Fresh
that's
cut
the
grass
one.
destroyed my pussy.
Yep.
The one-eyed monster slayed my pussy.
Yep.
Asked me about my pussy.
Jesus Christ.
If you see my pussy, call this number.
Oh, God.
All of which is canon.
Yeah. Sam
Yeah.
Looney.
But yeah, we also have Fern, who's been marked for death by the Asili court because they're trying to hide Ruidus. And she's been involved in it all.
Yeah, because the parents are involved
Yeah.
in it. So, Fern was being hidden
Laudna is
with someone. Who was it?
I'm sorry?
Grandma?
Fern was being hidden with her adoptive grandmother. I believe. I don't think they were actually...
And they lost a lot of years. Wasn't it 100 years?
It was about 90 or so years, I think.
Yeah.
90-some years. Versus 6. Because the Feywild works weird times.
Yeah, but also she messed with time.
True.
So that's weird.
Yeah.
Who else have we got?
Laudna is the Briarwood child.
Or something like that.
Yeah. I think that's everyone, isn't it? Yeah, we've got all 7 of them. Orem, Ashton, Laudna, FCG, Imogen, Chetney, Fern.
Yep.
We got them all.
Didn't Orem send Dorian a message?
I'm just doing a message, yeah.
And then Dorian replied, "Don't die."
Well, no, Dorian. Matt
Or
said.
something
Matt.
like that.
Matt said he was going to.
Oh wait, I was gonna get.
Matt was gonna have Robbie record a message.
Yeah.
And then play that to the crew.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh god. Yeah. I think
Yeah.
that's all. That's all, folks.
Lots of answers, but they raise more questions.
Yeah. Way more questions. What the fuck is going on?
No, what the fuck is up with that is the
What
saying.
the fuck is up with that?
Yeah, what the fuck is up with the root of this moon prison?
And your theory that there might be two of them.
Well, we know there's two gods. My theory is that there's two Rudises.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And only two Rudises, none in the Shadowfell.
Yeah. Jesus. Well then.
Yeah. That's everything I got.
That's everything, yeah.
Well then, thank you. I suppose, shall I outro?
Go for it.
Well then, I'm not gonna do the whole Yasmin thing.
No, that's Yasmin's thing.
That's Yasmin thing. That is her child. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Let us know your theories, your thoughts, all that crap. And we'll see you in the next video, episode, thing, whatever it may be that we make.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.